at this point. I'm also recording this, so if you have questions or for those of you, if you need to leave or something like that, it'll be recorded and I'll shoot that email out to you guys afterwards, so you don't have to worry about that. But at this time, I'll mute all your lines, and like I said, if you have questions, just put them in the chat, but I'll unmute you once the presentation is over. So I'm going to mute lines now.
Okay.
Okay, so you should be muted now. I'll go ahead and begin. So essentially, like I said, today we'll just be going over some of the benefits of metrics learning, how you can actually pursue industry certifications, and how to access the training. So how to access those industry certification trainings, which you might know, and how to access some more targeted training. And then following, I'll answer any questions that you have about metrics in general. So just starting off, so metrics is a great resource to put onto your resume. Skillsoft, like I said in the orientation, I guess that was 2 weeks ago, almost 2 weeks ago now, it is the top e-learning provider for business, desktop, and IT. So a lot of Fortune 500 companies actually use Skillsoft themselves for internal training. So this is a great addition for your resume. You can put it under skills or education. What I would do is I would put the actual Skillsoft course title and then just say, Skillsoft e-learning course after it, so that an employer would know or recognize what you've done in the past 90 days or so. In addition, what I would do is also add it if you have a LinkedIn profile. You can actually add this under certifications, and if you go through a process, Skillsoft is already incorporated within LinkedIn, so it'll give that little Skillsoft icon in LinkedIn, and you can add the course title there as well. In addition, you can also print those certificates of completion, so you can either print them or save them as a PDF just for your own personal records, or you can actually print those out and bring those to an interview. It's completely up to you. So of course, metrics in an interview is an awesome thing to bring up to an employer, to say, hey, I saw that in your job description you said you needed Excel 2010. Well, coincidentally, I've actually taken about 12 courses in Excel 2010 over the past 30 days. So it's a way to start a conversation, and it shows that you're motivated. So you've been doing something, you've taken initiative while you've been unemployed, and you've actually upgraded your skills. So what you can actually do is looking at job postings. I took this job posting yesterday, and it's for a Cisco specialist. And what it says here is if you look at the job postings, you can kind of tell, okay, what do I need to take in metrics? What skills are they requiring? And what skills do I not have right now, or what skills can I update right now? So what I've actually highlighted in this particular job posting is the Cisco certification is preferred. So coincidentally, in metrics learning, you can receive the training towards various Cisco certifications, and then you can then go pursue the actual industry recognized certification exam, which I'll show you momentarily. So the importance of industry recognized certification exams. So simply by taking the training through metrics, you won't earn this certification exam or this industry credential. However, it will help you prepare to then sit for an industry credential. So what we did here, this graph was actually taken from the Wall Street Journal last year, and it essentially just shows that the rate at which industry recognized certifications are going up higher than associate degrees. So employers are recognizing and understanding the importance of these industry certifications. Obviously, employers are looking for distinct skills for an individual to have. So if you're unemployed, obtaining these certification provides that advantage over others who might not have this certification. So it sets you apart in the job-seeking world. So some of the industry certifications. Metrics does offer 120 different certification tracks. That means that you can obtain the training at no cost via metrics. However, like I mentioned, you have to actually sit for the exam to become certified. So if you're taking entry-level exams such as Microsoft Office or QuickBooks, you would have to go to a Certiport authorized testing center. They're all over the country, and essentially you would just go to Certiport's website and look where the closest location is. In addition, if you're taking a professional level certification, such as CompTIA or Cisco, you'll most likely go to either Pearson VUE or Prometric. So those are kind of the professional level certification testing centers. So how you can actually do this. The first part is you have to make sure that you're completely properly registered with DESC. So the contact for that is actually Aaron. So I have his email address here, and I'll shoot this out in an email to you guys as well, just so you know the process. But you'll want to contact Aaron to make sure that you're properly registered with DESC. After that, what I would recommend is that you add the actual certification track, which I'll show you momentarily, how to add the certification track through metrics. So you can kind of pick through those 120 different certification tracks and see which one fits you. And then the next step is once you complete the training with an 80% or higher, then you would contact Marcus from DESC. So Marcus would be the one to kind of review and make sure that you completed everything. Following that, he would then get in contact with an individual at DESC who would then approve your vouchering. So essentially, your voucher could be covered if you pass all the training. The cost of the voucher would be covered by DESC. So this is a great opportunity to take advantage of because for Microsoft Office, let's say you want to pursue the Excel 2010, those vouchers are about $150. However, if you go towards the more professional IT certifications or even the business professional certifications like project management, you're looking at closer to $250 or all the way up to $600. So it could be very costly. So having the actual Career Center pay for this on your behalf if you complete the training is an awesome opportunity. And of course, once you get approved, once you get that voucher, then you would actually have to sit for the certification exam. So I know that the one stop is a Pearson VUE testing center, so I know that they could probably administer a test, but it's something that we could work out together where you could test and how you could actually pursue that certification. So what I do now, I'm going to unmute you. And what I'll do at this point is actually go into metrics, and I'll show you can add those into certifications. So you all. So two things in metrics which I'll show you is first I'll show you how to add an industry recognized certification track, and then I'll show you if you're not interested in maybe pursuing the certification track, I can show you how to actually add targeted training. So I know I reviewed this already within the orientation session, but it'll be helpful, and what I would recommend, if you have any questions, I'm going to unmute you at this time, hopefully.
I'm not sure. I didn't hear the very last statement you made.
Oh, I was just going to say I was going to unmute you all. Okay, so you should be unmuted. Oh, so if you have questions, feel free to interrupt, but essentially, like I said, I'll just kind of be going over how to add a certification track.
Should my screen be black right now, Liz? Oh, okay.
You should see, what you should see right now is a login page. So I have the DESC demo, and it's essentially your login page for metrics learning.
Do we have a direct number for you, Liz?
The right number, as in telephone number?
I'm talking about, yes, for you.
You should. So the number that you could reach me at is 518.
Hold on one second. Hold on one second, please. 518.
462.
462.
1780.
1780. Okay, thank you.
No problem. So if you have any questions following this, you can feel free to give me a call or shoot me an email. So I'll go ahead and click Submit right now. We'll be brought to the Metrics Learning site. And I know this might be review for some of you, and that's okay, but essentially the whole goal of this webinar was to show you, or actually to confirm the process of getting that certification and how you can actually pursue it. My internet is a bit slow today, so just bear with me. Okay. So as I kind of reviewed in the orientation session, if you want to pursue a certification exam, I highly recommend it. It's a great asset to actually put onto your resume. It's great for employers to actually show that you have the skills that you say you do. So by clicking on Industry's Recognized Certification, we'll click there. Bear with me. Okay, here we go. So let's say you were interested, a lot of you I know were interested in the IT certifications. So what we can do here, let's go ahead and click on Cisco.
Okay, go ahead.
And then from there, eventually it will come up. Let's say we're interested in the CCNA. So we'll go ahead and click on CCNA. I do apologize, the internet is very slow today. And eventually, as this shows up, it'll show you, the different certifications. And if you click on the orange arrow to the left of the certification title, you'll see the courses involved in that certification track appear. Now, as mentioned, each course is about 1 to 3 hours in length. I know some of you have already actually started courses and completed some courses, which is great. This is a reminder that in order to keep your license active, you do have to launch a course by this Thursday. So if you haven't launched a course yet, launch a course in a timely fashion. If you have questions on whether if you launched a course or not, you're unsure, just shoot me an email or give me a call, and I'll check that for you. So like I said, you do have to launch a course by this Thursday to keep your license active. And this is stage, there we go, okay. So let's say we're interested in the 802 exam. We'll click on the orange arrow. If we can here. Oh, that's a great question. So Ken asked, how long are the license active for? They're active for 6 months. So the exact date, I'm not sure off the top of my head, but 6 months from the day that the orientation session was. So I believe that brings us through mid-December. So even, let's say you were to find employment 2 weeks from now, that license will still be active. So that license is active, as long as you launch that course by Thursday, your license will be active for 6 months.
When you first went to industry certifications,
yeah.
Before you got to this screen, browse the catalog, are all of those classes, because I tried to add them to my,
So what will
once you press browse the catalog, it reduces the number. Well, no, I don't know. If there were other classes, I thought you took each of those and complete those and then take the certification.
So what will happen is once you hover over catalog and then click on industry certification, and then it will bring you to all of those lists of the certifications that we have. So over 120 different certifications. You'll click on the title that you choose, and then once you actually get to the certification of your choice, so let's say it's the CCNA, if you click on this orange arrow, a number of courses will appear. Now, the number of courses in a particular certification track depend on the certification. For the Microsoft Office certifications, it's maybe 10 or 12 courses. However, for the more intensive or more professional, I should say, IT certifications or professional business certifications, you'll find more courses in there just because you're expected to know more and it's a more intensive certification exam. So for this particular certification exam, as you can see, off the top of my head, I don't know how many courses are there, but it's got a handful of courses. And each course is about 1 to 3 hours in length. So it really depends. That's an estimated time on how long each SkillSoft course is. However, it depends on your skill level and what you're actually doing during the course to say how long it will actually take you. You might be stopping and pausing the courses, kind of doing the courses in between different things that you're doing during the day, or you might just sit down and do, one course at a time and just do that for, the next 3 to 4 weeks. So it really depends on your schedule, and I recommend that you take these courses and pursue this certification at a time convenient in your life because it does take a lot of dedication, it takes a lot of motivation, and it takes a lot of time. So in order to actually go through this process, know that it's something that you have to, that you have to have some dedication for. In addition, what I'd recommend is if you're not sure which certification to take, look at the job postings that you're interested in or look at the different careers that you're interested in and see what skills are actually needed. Like that job posting that I showed you in the presentation, you'll see specific certifications are either required or recommended. So the neat thing about these certification tracks, as mentioned in the orientation before, are these mentoring and test prep features. So the mentoring feature actually allows you to contact an expert at SkillSoft who's knowledgeable in that subject. Now, me, myself, I am not knowledgeable in CCNA, so you want to be able to contact the metrics learning staff to get information about these courses. However, you can contact that mentor either via live chat or via email to get information about the courses or actual certification exam. So typically what you'll do is if you're interested, pardon me?
The mentor, if we get stuck on something, how would we contact a mentor in that specific area?
Yes. So what you'll do is if this is the kind of certification track you want to take, you'll click on Add to My Plan. And then a new window will appear. So then you'll click on Add this skill track. And Jackie asked, is there a particular order? Of course, there's an internal error for this, but that didn't work out. Jackie asked, is there a particular order to add this certification track? Or is there a particular order you have to take the courses? And yes, so typically once you add the certification track, I'm not sure why it's not working now, but when you add the certification track, it'll show up in the course order that you should take them in. Sometimes the mentoring and test prep put to the top of your mind. I recommend that you take the courses that they appear with your mind to load them. And if you're interested, you have the ability to take as many or as little courses as you choose. So if you're only interested in one course right now, go ahead and take that course, launch it. And if you're interested in 2 or 3 others later on, you're more than welcome to do that. It really depends on what your needs are, what skills you're trying to upgrade, and what you actually want to pursue with the metrics learning license. However, the more motivated you are, the more you'll get out of metrics and the more it will benefit you. So it's really completely up to you. But for these demonstration purposes, this track isn't adding to the My Plan. However, you have to complete all of those courses that are added to your My Plan through this certification with an 80% or higher. Let's say you don't score an 80% or higher on that first time that you try a course. That's okay. You can take the course as many times as you'd like until you do achieve that passing score. So once you score an 80% or higher on all of the courses within My Plan, except the mentoring course, because you can't it's optional to access the mentoring feature. Obviously, you can't score anything on there because it's a mentor and there's no test. But everything besides that, once you score an 80% or higher, then at that point you contact Marcus from DESC, and then he would be able to approve your training and then give you or refer you to how to get your actual certification voucher so you can take the exam.